Okay, I just got off my PlayStation 4 because I had the idea to do another video. It was a spur of the moment idea. I thought, okay, I had this planned, but instead I'm going to go with this because this actually seems a lot more fun and I'll be able to talk about it. If you remember to my Activision rant, you'll remember that I actually blasted Activision for blocking SharePlay. Okay, a few people have come out in defense of them doing that. They're right to do so. Honestly, they're right. But here's my problem. Okay, with Ubisoft's Far Cry 4, they gave out 10 keys. 10 keys of Kyrat. I believe that's how you say Kyrat. I'm sure someone will correct me. Whoever purchased the game, I believe my mate said this, he got 10 keys. He gave me one of them because we was going to play co-op together. I was going to see what it's like. I want to see if this is something I want to buy. And plus I wanted to do a video. I thought, okay, this will be an interesting way to do a video. Okay, so I got the key. It took me a while before I realised and looked inside the PlayStation Store that a game trial, a free trial, had completely unlocked for me. So I download the trial. There was two downloads at once. So I download those two. It looks like it had downloaded, so I entered the game. I was constantly getting errors when I tried to join co-op. So I wondered what the fuck's going on here. Then I realised after searching on the interweb, the greatest invention known to man, that it was because it had not downloaded. So I thought, so then my thought goes towards, how the fuck can this not be downloaded? So I go into the information, realise that I am downloading over 27 gigabytes of stuff. Out of curiosity, I asked my mate Dark Shadow, as you've seen him in previous videos, look on the back of the Far Cry 4 box and tell me how large is the game? 27 gigabytes. So essentially, instead of downloading a time trial of just one feature, I've downloaded near enough the entirety of the game. That does not make sense to me. But also, I'm sure with some explanation on why I'd have to download that much just for the online components, I'm sure I'll understand that. I'm sure it's just a fact. I'm sure it's just a case of not enough knowledge on my part on this subject of just the time trial and the fact that we're only getting one feature, yet it takes up that much space as the full game. But that's besides the point. What gets me is why this was not on SharePlay. Why could this not have been on SharePlay? And a few points have been brought up, and I was actually talking to an acquaintance of a friend of mine, and we was talking about it. He is a huge Xbox guy, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He will rip on PlayStation and just pretty much tear apart everything that PlayStation do, and Microsoft can do no wrong in his eyes. But I was discussing this idea of SharePlay because to give him full credit, he decided that, okay, he didn't know enough about SharePlay. So he came to me and decided to say, okay, explain SharePlay to me because I've been hearing about it. And I essentially explained it like Microsoft explained, like Sony explains it in this. SharePlay, stream a game to a friend's PlayStation 4 so that it can watch you play, take over your controller, or play as the second player in the game's feature local multiplayer, even if they don't have the disc. Okay, I hope you caught all that. Okay, so he said to me, that seems awesome. Like, that seems like a great idea. And I said to him, yeah, it does sound like a good idea. Fully understand if they want to stop people from, blocking the taking over of the controller on their game. Like if I was playing Far Cry 4, and this doesn't actually block it. Far Cry does not block this. I know this for a fact. So I want to play Far Cry 4 for an hour. I just take over my mate's controller. As simple as hell. But just block that if they want to. I don't get blocking the local multiplayer because like the as well as letting someone see it. And the point that's been brought up is that publishers and the developers, they'll lose money. Okay, streaming it to one person on regards then to streaming it to a whole lot more people on Twitch. They're not losing money there. Playing, having someone play as a second player in a local multiplayer environment, like you just said there, I might as well just ask my my dad to come up and play the co-op with me instead. It's essentially the same thing. So they're not losing money. They're not losing money. I mean, I remember them turning around and using, a lot of people using that same excuse. In fact, no, sorry, it was the developers that used that same excuse about why they take things down off YouTube. It's because they'll lose money. Bullshit. That makes people want to buy it even more. Like my Dark Shadows, you've seen me game with him a few times. He turned around and actively said before my whole blow up on Activision about them blocking share play on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the reason he wanted to play it on share play as well is because he wanted to see what it was like, because he might have bought it. I ended up selling Call of Duty Advanced Warfare to get GTA 5. Buyer's regret there, because fucking multiplayer's shit again. The fucking GTA Online doesn't work. But now I'm going on to a lot of different things. My point being at the end of this video, and I'm sure you've seen this video around here or somewhere, that's what I've been dealing with. And I question, why couldn't this feature have just been on SharePlay? Why couldn't it have been a SharePlay option? Because here's the thing, the keys of Kuwait, yeah, they last for about 2 hours. SharePlay only lasts for an hour. Yeah, it was an hour, but if they turn around and said, okay, SharePlay will be for an hour with a 24-hour cooldown period. Like I said, you're not going to lose money off that. I doubt anybody's going to want to use that as an excuse to ask their mate, oh dude, can I complete or whatever game you've got for an hour a day. They're not going to do that. And like I said, Twitch reaches a bigger audience than PlayShare does for streaming the view of the game. So it's like I said, you're not losing money. If anything, you're building an audience. I mean, if you look at some of the games that have blocked share play, like I say, some of them make sense. Wolfenstein, in a way, makes sense because that's only a single player game. But again, I ask the question, why block it when, if you can only play for an hour, that's pretty much, if someone liked it, they're going to buy the game. FIFA 14, there's another one. Why would that be blocked? If you want to play with your friend who doesn't have the game, or he wants to play the game, or he lent his game out, or whatever have you, and you want to play a local game with him, without the interruptions of multiplayer and shit like that, you can just share play it. So I ain't going a full-on rank because like I didn't, with Ubisoft's recent record of the last 2 games they've released being technical fuck-ups, I didn't feel it was worth going on a full blown out rant about it. I just wanted to get this off my chest and get on the channel, so I've at least got some video up today. So also, yeah, something else. This is something I want that just popped to my mind as soon as I turned the camera off. You know, the biggest things always pop in your mind at those times. Here's a question for everybody who turns around and mentions about share play and the fact that they could lose money. You're right, they could lose money. You're right, you're absolutely right. And the reason you're right is because there's one thing I've noticed recently that has really gone out of fashion, that share play pretty much could be the next iteration of, the fucking reincarnation of demos. Well, whatever the fuck happened to demos for video games where you can play it and decide off that demo if you want it or not? Share play could essentially be the brand new idea of game demos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, favourite, subscribe, share the video, all that good jazz. I'm DanteCrysis, signing off.